Well, good morning. I'm just starting out here with my new GoPro, and I was gonna show a little bit of the ranch we're working on, but first I've got to get the tractor put back together. Right now it's set up with just the mower. We had some friends mowing for us while we were gone, and there aren't very many videos of the LS tractor, the MT125 online, so I thought even just for sharing with others what tools we are using, what you need to do a little bit of work. So I'd start with doing all the changes. So taking off the mower and putting the mower on is actually probably the most work on this thing compared to the loader and the backhoe. So you gotta swap all the pins, take out these pins, turn the wheels. So when I was looking for a way to mow the house here and the church, and then we're gonna have the ranch, which we have two houses over by the ranch. I was looking at mowing finished lawn of 3 or 4 acres at least. I started reading about it online and looking at the sales pitches from the different companies, and they all said, oh well, if you want to mow 1.5 acres or 2 acres, they can sell you a $2,000 riding mower. But as soon as you looked at mowing more than 2 acres, everyone was recommending either a 0 turn up to a like $4,000 or $5,000 0 turn, but that wouldn't work very well on hills. I've got a hill over there that we mow part of it with the riding. We wanted to ride part of it. We were doing it all with a walk behind electric, and it's a lot of 20-degree slopes, a couple up to 30 degrees. We don't mow with the riding on the 30 degrees, but even the 20-degree slopes would not have been. Apparently with the 0 turns don't have very much traction. They tend to creep downhill. Casters up front don't like to be on a steep slope, and going up and down might be an issue. So we have a lot of trees. The 0 turn would have been nice for a lot of stuff, but we needed more than just a mower. I didn't want to spend $5,000 on a piece of equipment that we'd still have to be hand mowing all the hills, and then still not be able to do all the ranch work we want to do. We're using the loader to move posts. We're setting our fence posts, and then eventually feed and manure from the horses. So I'll keep talking once I get the deck dropped. There we go. Okay, Then I need to lift these stabilize the drop arms, the 3-point hitch arms here out of the way, and roll the tractor out. Oh, ha. PTO shaft. Before it drops off. Go. Pull it off. Okay. There we go. Only forgotten that 3 or 4 times. It just barely clears the tires on this thing. On the one end. The other end, I hit the 4-wheel drive shaft up front. Here we've got the front scalper. Needs to be, so you have to wrestle this 200-pound mowing deck out from underneath it without hitting anything on the bottom, and get it between the tires. And that's why this job is the most work of the 3 implements I have: the mowing deck, the loader, and the backhoe to connect and disconnect. The MT125, here it is with everything off. I don't think they even sell it this way. I think you have to buy the loader with it. It's a subcompact tractor similar to a Kubota BX series or a John Deere One Family, the 1023E and the 1025R. So I started looking at, as I said, I was talking earlier about mowing, and decided, okay, well, looks like a tractor may be actually what we want, because we wanted to be able to use the loader and mow. It's a 5-foot deck, the 60-inch deck, and so having it really wide is nice. You have to get a pretty fancy mower before you get something that wide, but also, you know, we decided this was a subcompact. So I started looking for information about tractors. There's a online forum called Tractor by Net for compact tractors and then these subcompacts. And I think that's the best source of information you can get for these tractors online. So I'd heard of Kubota, I'd heard of John Deere. On there, though, I found that there's a Equipment Dealers Association that did surveys, and for the different manufacturers, so the dealers would rate the manufacturers of the big tractor companies all the way down to all the power tools, chainsaws, string trimmers, things like that. And it seemed that LS had this new subcompact, and they had a dealer nearby, so I decided to go check it out. There wasn't much information online. The dealer had been around for a long time. The same family had been running it, looked like, for about 40 years. So they seemed friendly. They came out, talked to us. Kind of tried to get us to buy a mower. Thought, you know, it's like they were very impressed with these little tractors. A lot of people think that they're, you know, too little to do the big stuff. So as I was saying, that a lot of people seem to think that these subcompacts aren't, you know, they're not as good as a big tractor for, you know, moving things around. They're too big, not agile enough to mow. But I didn't really want to have 2 different engines, buy 2 different pieces of equipment, especially spending more money on something bigger. We have a lot of trees and woods on the ranch right now that we got to navigate between, so I didn't want something too big. It would be nice to have a little bit more ground clearance. that's one thing that these things have compared to the very small compacts, is they have about, I think this is like 11 or 12 inches of ground clearance. With the mower on, it's like 6 pulled up. So the bigger tractors have bigger tires on the rear and a bit more ground clearance, even going up one size. So we went out and looked at it. My wife liked it. I like it. It's a brand new model last year, and 25 horsepower, and so I think it does what we need. It's a hydrostatic transmission, side-by-side forward and reverse pedals. It's got this big subframe down here that the loader attaches to, and then down here that the backhoe connects all the way back here. The backhoe mount back here. It's got a category 1 3-point hitch. I haven't put the arms on yet, and I don't know where the lower arms. So, and yeah, rear PTO, which I haven't used yet. It's got a mid PTO, and you saw me take off the mower. Got the industrial tires. I think it's a good choice. They're apparently much more puncture resistant than the turf tires, more traction, which we need for some of this work we're doing, but they don't sell it with the agricultural tires. I not want R1 tires. These are the R4s. Got a bit over 25 hours on it so far. It's got a Yanmar engine. It's got the same engine as the subcompact John Deere's, so it's very reliable there. You should be able to get parts for it. LS has been making tractors for a long time. They made the small New Holland tractors. They've been making their own under their own brand. They've been a Korean company, I think. They're part of LG. They've been making tractors, I think, for 40 years or something. So they've been operating out of the US. But definitely not the dealer network that you would get with Kubota or John Deere. It seems like there's enough around me. If my dealer closed down, I'd have to travel just a little bit further, but still manageable. Hopefully I don't have to go back to the dealer very much. I had one issue that I had to have the dealer mechanic come out for, that if I've known how to diagnose it myself, or if they could have talked, I think it's so new that not many people have had it. So when there's something that goes wrong, it's hard to find information online, or it's new from the dealer too. That was the pedal linkage. There was just a pin on the pedals that came off, so that these weren't driving the tractor anymore. It was good. I got a much better understanding of how the underside of the tractor works. It's got 4-wheel drive, 2 gears. It's got low and high. We mow on the hill and low, but we're driving around, we're running it in high. And that's about it. Oh, this toolbox isn't the best placed. Actually, I wonder if I could put it on the inside. I let some other people use it, and they've ripped off the toolbox a few times driving by a tree. So let's get the loader on. It does cost less than the John Deere and the Kubota, but you don't get some of the same nice features. You don't get the super easy on, off, quick connect loader. But it's not too bad. I think all is our little temporary tractor shed here. Is the backhoe. Wasn't gonna buy the backhoe, but oh yeah, let's take some pressure off the loader. Okay, but it's a pretty good deal. We were gonna need a post hole digger or an auger or something, but I think we're just gonna try to get it all done with this. These 3 hoses to hook up. There we go. Well, that's putting it all back together. The loader and backhoe on, which I think adds about 1,000 pounds of weight to the tractor. The tractor's 1,400 pounds, and I think the backhoe is a little over 600. The loader's a little bit over 400. So now, if you want to do any loader work or backhoe work, it's good to have both of them on. So we are very pleased so far. Today I'm going to dig some more post holes, and we're going to move some fence posts and some fencing wire, which is very heavy. It'd be annoying to do with a wheelbarrow or a garden cart. I'm trying to see if I can put them on the pallet, and got some bucket pallet forks. We'll see how this goes.